بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري وأحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. نويت تعلم وتعليم وتذكر التذكير نفع انتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على تمسك بكتاب الله وبسنة الرسول صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم ودعاء للهدى ودلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى. We had made mention of the science of theology of Aqidah dividing into three subsections. And the first of them is the ilahiyat, which deals with divinity, i.e. what is wajib lillah, necessary for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mustahil lillah, impossible for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wa jaizun lillah, and likewise what is within the realm of possibility for the divine subhanahu wa ta'ala. Likewise also the second subsection of theology deals with nobowat, deals with prophecy. And in the same way the mind projects itself upon the reality of the divine subhanahu wa ta'ala in accordance with these three aforementioned rulings, likewise also by extension in relation to the reality of prophecy also with the three rulings applicable herein, i.e. what is wajib, what is necessary for the prophets, and what is impossible for the prophets, and likewise also what is in the realm of possibility for the prophets. That's what's called nobowat. The third and final section is the section of what? Of sam'iyat or of ghaibiyat. And the Imams call it sam'iyat, i.e. supra-rational realities, or ghaibiyat, the affairs of the unseen. The aql, the intellect of the human being, has quote-unquote been arrested herein, and so you don't speak about the world of the unseen in relation to these three aforementioned rulings. We're now at the second subsection of theology, which is nobowat. And so the Imam rahimahullah ta'ala, he says, أرسل أنبياء ذوي فطانة بالصدق والتبليغ والأمانة وجائز في حقهم من عرض بغير نقص كخفيف المرض عصمتهم كسائر الملائكة واجبة وفاضل الملائكة ومستحيل ضد كل واجب فاحفظ ل50 بحكم واجب. And so the Imam rahimahullah ta'ala, he says that أرسل أنبياء ذوي فطانة, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent prophets that possess. What he means that possess here, he's going to speak about what is wajib, what is necessary for the prophets, and by extension, what is necessary for the Rasul, for the messengers of Allah, Jalla Jalaluh, wa ta'ala ta'azamatuh. And first and foremost, we deal with the term in an-nabi, nubuwa. And secondly, you deal with the term ar-rasul, risala. First and foremost, insan, that a nabi is a human being. What means a human being, I not malak, not an angel, not jinn, not sprite. Hur, that he's free, meaning that he's not madur birriq, that he's never been afflicted with any degree of what? Of slavery. Dhakar, in that he's masculine also, that prophets have to be masculine. That no doubt has been a dispute. They've not disputed any humanity, they've not likewise disputed freedom, but the Imams of theology have disputed the issue of gender. And is gender a stipulation of masculinity, a stipulation for the Prophet or not? A great number of Imams, rahimahullah ta'ala, the likes of Sayyidina Qadi Abu Bakr al-Arabi, the likes of Sayyidina Abu Bakr ibn Hassan and others, and are of the opinion that women can also be prophets or prophetesses, whereas the dominant opinion, which now becomes the theological opinion, that dhukura, a masculinity, is a requisite for prophecy in and of itself. Although that there, and mashallah ta'ala, Allah ta'ala knows best with the sawab. Uhiya ilayhi bi-shara', that he has a law revealed unto him. That is muha ilayh, that is revealed unto, and the import of that revelation is law, is sharia, is shara'. وَلَمْ يُؤْمَرْ بِتَبْلِيغِ, and is under no commandment to convey the import of that law. وَإِذَا أُمِرَ بِتَبْلِيغِ, however, if he is commanded now to convey the import of the law, صَارَ رَسُولًا, now he becomes a messenger. And so that's the second of the terms here, which is the Rasul. And so the term Rasul in the Arabic language, the Imams rahimahullah ta'ala agree that it comes from the term Risala. The etymological root is a Risala, which is a message. The messengers, they bear a message. But the nature of that message is the import is to be adhered to. That's why also for Lughat al-Arab, in the language of the Arabs, the term Rasul also has the meaning of muttaba. Like we heard Imam Marzuq use the term muttaba. That the term muttaba is also a linguistic origin of the term Rasul, either messengers or bearers of messages, the import of which is to be adhered to or followed. Okay? In the hadith of Ibn Hibban, the Prophet ﷺ alludes to the number of messengers being 124,000. Akad the hadith of Sayyidina Abu Dharr al-Ghifari rahimahullah ta'ala. There are other traditions that are also affirmed as 224,000 prophets have been sent, others even more, in excess of 1 million. It can also be mentioned in terms of traditions that Imams can hold. What we understand is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Mudaththir, جُنُودَ رَبِّكَ إِلَّا هُ, that nobody knows the number of junud, of the soldiers of your Lord, illa hu, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, except Him. And the Imams can carry the verse in Mudaththir upon the Malaika, upon the angels, junud Rabbi, the soldiers of the Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala, but likewise also upon the number of prophets. What is best is that to say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself knows the number of the prophets. And the Imams rahimahullah ta'ala, in that sense, they say allude to in excess of 224,000 prophets have been said. But what we do know, مَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not punish a people, a settlement, until He first sends unto them a messenger, messengers of prophets. And so the Imams rahimahullah ta'ala would embrace that every single human community prior to the Prophet ﷺ received the prophet of sorts, okay, every single, without exception. Although we do have some imams like the Imam al-Khadr al-Mayyabar and others, who are going to say that a certain groups, quote unquote, of human, quote unquote, reality who have never received a prophet. But that there is not the position of theology. The position of theology is every people, north of the globe, south of the globe, east of the globe, west of the globe, have all received prophets from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As for the messengers, 313 in number. That they're the strongest opinion, although there are opinions of 314 and opinions of 315 prophets. Remember, these are human beings who are free, who are male, who have the law revealed unto them, and now they've been commanded now to convey the import of that law in and of itself, bringing a new law, quote unquote, into their respective communities. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.